Now this video is a video that I made based on my mom's recipe for cassoulet. I grew up and my mom would make this dish a couple times a year and I just loved it. So enjoy this video. Cassoulet is a slow cooking process. So let's begin. So what I did was I started with some bacon. The original recipe actually calls for salt pork. I had to use bacon because I could not find salt pork. I guess nobody uses salt pork anymore. So I used bacon in its place, which I think was probably better because I love bacon. And I rendered the fat down from the bacon. And then using onions, I chopped some onions. And once the fat was rendered down into bacon, I added the onions into that pan, as well as garlic. And I sauteed the onions and garlic until they were translucent. Then I transferred the bacon, onions, and garlic into a crock pot. And then I added different various sausages like kielbasa, smoked sausage, and the like. There was one sausage in Mom's recipe, which was knockwurst, which I could not find, so that is not in there. And then once I cut up all those sausages and added them into the crock pot, I sauteed up some lamb. I cubed it up and sauteed it up just to sear the outside of the lamb, and then added the lamb to the crock pot. Then you take navy beans. My mom always used the canned navy beans. You can use dried navy beans if you prefer, but always make sure that they're drained either way, and add those to the crock pot. And then you put in your various herbs and spices, as you can see me doing here. And then you turn the crock pot on to low and you let it sit for 8 hours. Do not touch it.
That's cool.
Well, yes, it is a long, slow cooking process where all the flavors will meld together and it'll just be absolutely delicious. Now, I don't hear a whole lot of people talking about cassoulet. It seems like it's one of those recipes from a bygone era that nobody really eats anymore. If you're a vegan or a vegetarian, I'm sorry, but this is definitely a recipe that does not favor you. Maybe in the future we will, cook up some dishes that'll be vegetarian or vegan friendly. This is one of my favorites. This is a great dish for any kind of cold winter. Something, or if it's raining outside, if you got a typhoon blowing around in the Philippines. Right, babe?